Good morning, my great people. I am Rukwaru, your popular family therapist and a relationship coach. Today we are going to continue with our series from the book Strong in the Storm, which is an outcome of a number of counseling sessions by the presenter. The book Strong in the Storm delves into the anatomy of extramarital affairs, popularly mpango wa kando, in Kenyan society. So today we are going to continue with that subject of extramarital affairs. In the previous presentation, we had discussed about the reasons for the absence of extramarital affairs in our society. So today, I would like us to look at the types of extramarital affairs. One type is called the double life affair. Now with the double life affair is that the spouses are living more like business partners. They are staying together because probably of the taking care of the children, because of the houses, because of the other investments, but then there is actually no emotional attachment. So in such a scenario, one of the spouses is bound even to go out if one can be able to get somebody who can be able to sponsor a certain aspect of life. Might it be to enjoy, to have holidays? Might it be to buy a house? Might it be also to have scholarship? And so the relationship between the spouses is just very fleeting, and there isn't a strong bond in this double life affair. That means that your mind is not fully with your spouse, but your mind is divided. That is actually why I'm calling it a double life affair, because you are not focusing on one person, but you have got also other people who are taking care of different interests which you really desire. Then the other type is called the emotional affair. In this one, there is no physical affair, but this emotional affair is also very strong. In those people who are involved in the emotional affair, you find that there is somebody whom you feel very close. When you wake up in the morning, you are remembering about that person. By the time you sleep, at the end of the day, you are remembering that person. This is a person you share a lot of secrets, even more than your wife or your husband. If there is something to be excited about, you share with that person. If there is a lot of concern, you share with that person. Even actually when you dress for that person instead of your spouses. And so you are also desiring that you really like to meet that person. So it is very, very crucial. You get a lot of attachment. You want even to draw a boundary. In such a way, you feel affected if you find your emotional partner even being closer to someone else. You feel as if someone has snatched your husband or your wife. And so this emotional affair, people might think it is very innocent, but I'm telling you, it is equally serious. And this one, these people can even be involved so much with texting, or what we call sex testing, sending messages with sexual innuendos. And so that one make them come very, very close emotionally, although they are not graduating to physical relationship. Another type is called the opportunistic type of extramarital affairs. This is a case of a one-night stand. It was not planned. Probably you are in a new town, you are taking a walk, you are bored, you are attending a workshop, you are attending a conference, and so you just now get a person, get involved just to satisfy your passion, but it's not that you had planned for it. That is why it's called opportunistic. It's a situation which has presented itself, but you are not planned for it. And so this is also very common. This opportunistic is very common for people who are going outside the country, business people, politicians, and other elites, and they end up now being caught up with this. And sometimes this one night stand might be that you got involved because of having taken alcohol or other recreation drugs, which lead you, and then later you even regret what has happened. The other type is called the exit strategy affair. Exit strategy. That means that you are having an affair with somebody because you are just planning to leave your spouse. That is why it is called an exit strategy. You don't cling to one person, you are also moving with another person with the hope that when you leave your husband, you are still going to have a relationship with somebody who is going to take care of you both financially and materially. That's why it's called an exit strategy. It's called an exit because you are moving out, and so you are trying to test the waters if you can be able to leave your spouse, to leave your husband or your wife, so that you leave him for good. The other one is called, another type is the sexual addicts type of extramarital. There are some people, for certain reasons, who are extremely, the libido is very, very high. We have got nymphomaniacs and voyeurs, whom we are going to cover later in this serializing of this book, Strong in the Storm. So these people, one cannot be satisfied by the spouse, and so they have to go looking for someone who can satisfy them. But the sad thing in marriage, a rolling stone gathers no moss. So even if you move hopping from one person to another, these people who are sexual addicts, the nymphomaniacs and the voyeurists, they cannot be satisfied. So it will be a voyage which they are not going to meet their dream. And then another issue, another type, is the revenge type of extramarital affairs. This is where one of the spouse knows that the other one is involved in extramarital affairs, and then you say, I'm going to show him or her that there are also people who can admire me, and so what you do, you revenge. That's why it is called a revenge mission. You go out for a revenge mission. And then another one is called the one-sided affair. One-sided affair, you find that a woman, for example, might be attached to a person. You are attached to a person because the person is promising you. The man is telling you, I am going to leave my wife. So anytime I'm going to divorce her. And so every time you think that it's going to work. So you get attached to that person because you think that one day the person is going to leave the wife. Probably they will tell you, my wife is very useless, my wife is poor in bed, my wife is, even the hygiene is questionable, even her dressing I don't like, even her body physique I don't like, even the body shape I don't like. You are the person whom I admire, and so I hope one of these days we are going to conclude the divorce, and then you are going to be my dream partner where you are going to enjoy life forever. And then finally, the other one is called accidental infidelity. And this accidental infidelity is a situation whereby you find yourself in it. It just happens, for example, somebody has drugged you, somebody has put some drugs in your drink, might it be a soda, might it be tea, or whatever. And so actually you get yourself into that problem, not that you had planned for it. It is accidental. And so for today, that's enough for the types of extramarital affairs. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please I would encourage you to click the notification button, and you can give it a thumb up so that the YouTube, they can be able to share it with other people. And even you who is viewing this YouTube, you are also free to share with your other colleagues. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening, and please be on the lookout for more exciting topics in this book, Strong in the Storm. Thank you.